I'm Bill Faversham, Vice President of Brown Foreman, and one of the founders of the group of Cassius Clay. I'm also his manager.
I'm W.L. Lyons Brown, Chairman of the Board of Brown Foreman Distillers Corporation. I'm also a farmer and in the oil business.
Worth Bingham, Assistant Publisher of the Courier-Journal and Louisville Times.
I'm William Cutchins, President of the Brown Williamson Tobacco Corporation, manufacturers of Cools and Viceroys, and also one of the owners of the ABC television station in Louisville, Kentucky.
That's me, J.D. Stetson Coleman, farmer and part owner of the Los Angeles Angels and the Los Angeles Rams.
I'm Burton Smith, distributor of Brown Foreman Whiskies, Cruise, and Pico Champagne.
I'm Gordon B. Davidson, attorney for the Louisville Sponsoring Group, owner of Cassius Clay, and the hired hand to keep the group and Cassius Clay together.
I've been asked once or twice whether we did it for profit. I did not, and I can assure you that any money I would get in any way from the profit, I will give to a charity. I'll give it to my own foundation called the W.L. Lyons Brown Charitable Foundation, because I have no desire to profit at all on this. But I am inclined to feel that he is a little ungrateful. The boy would never have had a chance. He would never have been able to fight as he's doing, where people would have slowly let him build up and get where he is if it hadn't been for this syndicate. As an example, his mother was the cook of my double first cousin. She's a very fine woman, but they were employed in the lower level of our country. My mother's family, they were Clays, the same name as Cassius. When the American Negro came here as slaves, they took the names of the families. Our families freed, way back there, we freed the slaves in our families, but I'm sure that Cassius's probably great-grandparents and some of my relatives, they were probably the owners of Cassius's great-grandparents.
Champ of the world! Champ of the world should be pretty like me. sell them.
I know you don't sell them.
Where you from?
New York.
New York.
Yeah. I know you don't sell them. A friend of mine's had one, you know, and I wanted to get one.
Yeah.
You know, I figured I had to pay for it crazy, but, you know, otherwise, it make no difference.
I mean, they're for sale, but I don't sell them. They are for sale, but I don't have them.
Well, I was speaking to Stephen Fletcher. He ain't got none.
I'll check and see if I can.
We'll take care of your business.
Hi. What I was going to do was, I'll sell them for you. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to give you whatever. If I sell them, I'm going to give it to you. I'll get $1 here for you. Keep $1 for you. So I'll do it for you.
I bet you listen will be rich the rest of his life off of the money they got over the thing. You know you will.
The best time to get knocked out with one clean shot, then get cut up.
That's right. I would put all my money against me.
215 pounds coming in on 206
Somebody
pounds.
said it was half karate and half punch. It wasn't. That was just a pure. There was no karate back in Jack Johnson's day.
Chop.
That was a
right shot.
It was a sinker.
A screwdriver. Sounds like a screwdriver.
I imagine they're believers now, huh? They still don't believe. They said, what's the prediction, champ? What's the prediction? I said, I will not tell you the prediction. This was only a few days ago. Yesterday, I said, I will not tell you the prediction because I'm afraid that if I tell you what's going to happen, you might not come. But I will say it will be a shocking and a dreadful night.
What they gonna say?
What they gonna say after we get him in a half a minute?
One punch. Go right out there.
One punch.
Square off.
Yeah.
Glove in there.
That chop right. That chop right. When I tell them about that chop right, the Stephen Fletcher was teaching me. Come here, Step. That's old Step right here. Where you going, Step? What you been doing this morning?
So we can get the chicken.
Yeah, we gotta go. But wasn't we? How did ankle punch go, Step? That sharp punch?
Sinking.
No, it was sharp one. How you? Sinking. The ankle punch. Didn't we tell the world about that right? And was not it the right that did it?
That's right. Now they're trying to make all that.
So now they don't. Step, I told the people I was gonna be listening so bad that we're gonna need 3 men in one night.
Right.
So from now on, we're gonna have to fight 3 men.
Yes,
Floyd Patterson, George Chuvalo, and Ernie Terrell.
Right.
The world's 3 best.
Did you know that the lead reporter didn't even mention Terrell, and he supposed to be WBA champ?
Oh man, it's
They
number
didn't
1
mention
world
it.
heavyweight champ. That guy ain't number the bum. I don't say I'm the greatest no more. I used to go around saying I'm the greatest, but that's something I don't use no more. Allah is the greatest. God is the greatest. I'm not the greatest. Not only me, but the whites are saying they the greatest, and the Chinese are saying they the greatest, and I was in Africa, they're saying they the greatest. And so the Negroes are the greatest. Everything they do is the greatest. Olympic champions, jazz musicians, rock and roll artists, boxers, baseball players, football players, everything that the so-called Negro do in America seem to be the best and the greatest. So what's wrong with him saying he's the greatest when he is the greatest, when everything in America that has been made the greatest has been painted and colored white? So like Jesus is white, you have Santa Claus white, Tarzan, King of the Jungles, he's white, Miss America's white, Miss Universe is white, Miss World is white. When you go to heaven, you walk on a milky white way. Before you go to heaven, you washed in lamb blood till as white as snow, they say. They teach us some TV commercials. They have White House cigars, White Swan soap, King White soap, White Cloud tissue paper, White Rain hair rinse, White Tornado flow wax. Everything seems to be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Angel hair is white. Angel food cake is white. And devil food cake is dark. And Mary had a little lamb, his feet as white as snow. So everything, the greatest so far has been white. And these are just falsehoods. So white supremacists. So now that we have a man in America today, Elijah Muhammad, who teaches us that we are the greatest. And it is a fact. And you cannot prove that we are not the greatest. So I can see why it would be the commotion and the trouble over people are saying that they're the greatest. What's wrong with that anyway?
You got some photos.
So if you're the greatest, you're just the greatest until proven wrong.
Mexico, Mr.
He's from Mexico.
You remember,
Mexico.
remember
Yes,
me in
sir.
Chicago, how
Yes,
in Las
sir.
Vegas, always
Glad
coming to wish you good luck.
Thank you,
You're
sir.
very
Glad to
nice.
meet you.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you, sir.
You have a lot of friends in Mexico.
A lot of friends in Mexico.
A lot of friends.
That's a
In
Mexico.
60,
That's in Mexico.
MEXICO.
That's right.
Let's see.
I've been a little off in my spelling lately. It's almost just been in school.
You're doing terrific, champ.